Yeah. Are we live? Am I in? Did I do any of this right? I don't know. I am? I'm good? We're good? This is so wild. Yo, what up, Vicky? What up, everybody? Just making sure I'm coming in loud and clear and that we're good. How's everybody doing? Hopefully a good day. Got you. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate it. What's up? You're good. You're good. Zane, Alicia, what's up? Woo! This is wild, y'all. This is wild. The fact that we're doing this like this is absolutely crazy. But yo, let's drive straight in. I want this to feel like church. Like I want this to feel like a spoken word event. I want this to feel like a comedy show. I want everybody to be as involved as you possibly can. So I'm going to challenge you this whole time to lock in with me. I want you to blow up the chat. I want you to be there in person. I want you to wild out in your groups. If you're watching this as a group, I want you to be loud, be vocal, be communicative. I know you don't think I can hear you, but I can feel you. Do you feel me? So blow up the chat. Let me get a locked in the chat. Let me know you're there. Let me know you say what's up. I don't care if it distracts me. What up, Ruben? What up, family? What up, Bonnie? Bonnie said bet. I don't care if it throws me off. I really don't care. As long as we're here, as long as we're connected, forget a script, forget a program. Let's just do this. Let's do this together because HTB Strikers in the house. Come on. Hold on. HTB Strikers, I got something for y'all. HTB Strikers. Y'all hear that? All right, enough of that. Yo, let's go. What up, Zane? Okay. Who's going to tell me I can't bring energy through a Zoom? Who's going to tell me I can't? I got 5G for a reason, baby. That's why we buy the strong Wi-Fi. Red Phoenix is. Caw. What up? Miss B, the icon, the legend, the queen, Miss B. All right, y'all. We're here. Blow up the chat. Hello from Jefferson, Texas. Jefferson, I missed y'all. I love y'all. I went to Jefferson once. It was a blast. I got lost. I think I drove around the entire city like 3 or 4 times because it's that big. And but Jefferson was dope. Go Blue Dragons. What up, Blue Dragons? Thank you. Let me exhale for a second, y'all. What is up? What is up? My name is Matt Ransdell Jr. and I am your keynote speaker today to close this bad boy out. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're locked in with me. I'm glad you're working with me, and I'm glad I'm working with you. Today's keynote is titled Dream Driven, and we're gonna dive into that. But can we just address the elephant in everybody's room right now? Let's keep it 100. This is absolutely wild. Somebody said, let's go green monkeys. How many random animals and colors? Is that what they do? Just like pick an animal, pick a color, put it in a name generator, and that's your mascot. Let's go red baboons. Yeah. It's our color teams. Oh, y'all got color teams. That's what's up. Green monkeys, blue dragons, red baboons, red phoenixes. Sorry about that. Yellow panthers. I don't really know what we're working with. Okay. Pink flamingos. What up? Shout out to your color team. I'm glad y'all are repping here. That's what's up. That's what I like to hear. What up, Amanda? Let's keep it 1,000, you guys. Let's keep it 1,000. Wow, this is absolutely foolish. This is wild. Like the fact that we're doing this on Zoom, and the fact that this past year and a half or year in whatever, it didn't matter where you were, we all have this one common denominator, and that's that we've done this. Like let's address the elephant in the room. I can't speak without it. We did this. COVID, pandemic, lockdown, quarantine. We did this. Digital school, digital work. We've done this. Everybody on Zoom right now showing this much of themselves. Everybody getting a tour of the background of my apartment. Like this has been the norm for the last like 19 months or so. And depending on where you live, it's been a little more normal than not. But it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented, and we all got through it together. So let's start off on the same foot. Let's start off on the same foundation. We've done this together. We're in this together. Whether we like it or not, we survived something together, point blank, period. Before we get any deeper than this, I got to let you know, you should be proud of yourself, period. Your generation, period, has survived something, period, that nobody else has ever survived in the world, period. Nobody can hate on y'all. Somebody said, where's the bathroom? Don't get up during my speech to no bathroom. You better hold it for 45 minutes. Practice that bladder control. Hoping it's just number 1. That's irrelevant. Here's what I'm saying. We did this. Y'all did this. Your generation did this. As foolish as it was, as difficult as it was, as challenging as it was, y'all did this. Y'all turned TikTok into like $1 billion platform. Y'all did that. Y'all turned quarantine into a place where you could do everything digitally, where you could go live, where you can Instagram. You did that. Nobody else could have done that. Y'all did that. And everybody has their thing, right? Every generation has their thing. This is y'all's. The fact that y'all did this and survived it. So before anybody looks back at the last year and a half or whatever in some sort of negative light, I just need you to know one thing and one thing only: you survived. Point blank, period. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people couldn't. You did. So I don't know how you feel about you. I don't know how you feel about life. I don't know how you feel about school. I don't know how you feel about this year, but you survived it. Point blank, period. Whether it was depressing, whether it was miserable, whether it was exciting, whether it was comfortable, whether it was difficult, you survived it. That's the most important part of the whole thing. And I'm excited to be working with you, even if we have to do it through Zoom, even if we have to do it through this. I'm excited to be working with you because you're here. Like, you're actually here with me and I'm here with you, and this is wild, and I'm about to get a noise complaint. I don't care about none of that. Tell my neighbors, you're here, and you're here for a reason. And I don't care about where we go with this entire keynote. I don't care about where you go after this conference. The fact that we're here right now, that's why I call it locked in. Hashtag locked in. We're in this together, and I think that's deep. I think that's important. I think that's special. Because if you're here in this room or here with your groups, watching this in a group Zoom, if you're watching this alone from your laptop or your iPad or your cell phone, if you're here, if you can hear my voice, if you're listening to me right now, if you're here, you're already cream of the crop. Because you made a decision for yourself to be somewhere that could benefit you. And if you didn't make a decision for yourself, if your teacher forced you to be here, then I don't care. You're here by force, but you're here still. You're here still, and you have no idea what impact can be made on your life. You have no idea what information you could hear. You have no idea what you might learn or listen to that could change you forever. But half the battle is being here. And so many people aren't. So many people aren't. But y'all still chose to. In the middle of your summer, in the middle of your July, in the middle of the I guess, reawakening after a pandemic, like, you're here. So I wanted to give you a shout out from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you for being the type of young person that goes above and beyond. Thank you for being the type of young person that takes a stand. If you're forced to be here, thank you for being the type of young person that's forced to be here. But thank you for making a decision to be better. Because that's what this is all about. Spoiler alert, that's what this is all about. Say what? Dream driven, whatever you hear, whatever any speaker has told you, it's about being better. That's it. Like, that's the secret. Everybody wonder what the secret is. Everybody wonder what's in the recipe, what's in the ingredients. Like, what's Matt going to talk about? What's Sean going to talk about? It's about being better. That's all it's about. And if you're here, you've started to make that decision. Did I just ruin the rest of the keynote? Did I just spoil Look, I'm not trying to sneak attack you. I'm not trying to surprise you. It's about being better. And if you're here, you're making the decision to be better, okay? And this is why I like to get that off of my chest now, is because I'm about to give you, for the next 45 minutes or so, or as long as I can milk. Amanda said, but I'm the best. Okay, Queen, I'm not gonna debate you on that. If you know what, if you feel like you're the best, period. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, and that's what it is. Like, how am I gonna change your mind? Why would I want to change your mind? If you're the best, you're the best. Go hard for it. I'm going to give you everything I have for the next 45 minutes to an hour, or however long I can milk out of this system. And I'm just glad you're here with me. So I wanted to start this off with gratitude. And I wanted to start this off doing something every time I speak. And I don't want it to sound careless, and I don't want it to sound crass, and I don't want it to sound underwhelming. And I don't want it to take the wind out of anybody's sails. But let me just keep it 1,000 with you. I am not here to blow your mind with new information. And I feel like any speaker that sells that package is lying to you. I did not come here with the impression that I have something to offer you that you don't already know. I did not come here with the impression that you are dumb and need some unfound, newly discovered knowledge to enrich your life and make you feel better. I did not come here under the impression that you need me. I did not come here with anything to prove. I only came here with things to share. And that's how I want you to operate with any and everything you're doing. You've got nothing to prove, y'all. You've got nothing to prove, only to share. So I'm not here to pretend I have some sort of secret recipe or algorithm that's going to make your life better. I have information, sure. I have stories we can talk about, sure. I've learned things and advice that I can help you with, sure. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to pretend you don't know something. I'm here to remind you of something you already know. I'm going to say that one more time. I'm not here to pretend you don't know something. I'm here to remind you of something that you already know. And it's that point blank period. And if you've heard me say it, I'm going to say it 1,000 more times. I'm going to say it 1,000,000 more times before I die. But point blank period, you are the most important person in your world, period. Let me say that one more time. You are the most important person in your world, period. That's, if anything I offer you Say it louder for those people in the back. Hey, yo, neighbors! I live in Harlem. I probably shouldn't be screaming like this. You're the most important person in your world, period. That's the foundation of everything we're going to talk about today. That's the foundation of everything. Whenever you learn something, whenever you filter knowledge and education, I know y'all have talked to some brilliant people. I know you've learned from some brilliant people. I know y'all had digital workshops, digital keynotes. I've seen the marketing. I've seen the advertisement. I've seen Say What posting that all over IG. I know y'all have been working with magic. I know y'all have been working with knowledge and information. But listen, you have to filter it through a lens that is, you are the most important person in your world, period. Because if you're not, then how are you supposed to own any of the things you learn? If you haven't put you in the driver's seat of your own life, then how do you get to decide where you're going? It's already hard enough, y'all. Look, listen, do I have to make it that like a global pandemic? There's already so many things that are out of our control. There are already so many things that we don't get to decide. There's already so many things that are going to come in and out of our lives and make it as difficult as humanly possible just to get through to the next day. But you survived. Right now, right here, you and me, we are the youngest we're the youngest we'll ever be, and the oldest, what's it called? The oldest we've ever been. Is that the quote? You're the youngest you've ever been and the oldest you ever will be. That's us right now. This moment, this second is special. If you're here, if you're listening, if you're locked in, this moment is special. So everything we talk about, please understand that I'm talking to you, directly to you. I have no idea how many people are listening. I have no idea how many people I'm with right now. I got a lot of people blowing up the chat and I appreciate that. I need that, but I have no idea how many of you there are. All I know is that if you're with me in this moment, it's special. And everything I tell you, I'm telling to you directly because I need you to be selfish. I need you to be selfish. You want to make a difference in this world? Start by being selfish. And I know y'all are like, this man is absolutely crazy. Miss B right now is listening and like, ooh, Matt has changed. No, listen, I need you to be selfish. Because you as a person, if you want to be a culture changer, if you want to be a mover, if you want to be a shaker, if you want to be a dreamer, if you want to be a builder, you've got to start by being you. And you have to be strong enough to get through any storm that's going to come your way, any challenge that's going to get your way, any competition that's going to get your way. You're telling me Say What stands up against tobacco abuse, and we've got thousands or whatever amount of kids vaping and smoking and doing it. You got to be bigger than that. And that's going to be hard. You want to make a change in your community as a school, you got to be bigger than the influences, and that's got to be hard. Listen. You got to start by being selfish. That doesn't mean you got to be toxic. Please, for those of y'all that were just like waiting for an excuse to be an a-hole, that's not what I'm saying. And I'm trying to censor myself. But selfish does not have to be synonymous with toxicity. But I do need you to care about yourself. And I do need you to love yourself. And I do need you to see the value in yourself. Because if you don't, do you know how easy it's going to be to manipulate you and to change your mind? Look, I'm not the speaker that came with PowerPoints and charts and graphs. That's not me. That's not me. Because in my opinion, to make your dreams come true, in my opinion, to make a difference, you've got to be more than math. You've got to be more than math. You've got to be more than statistics and numbers. And why am I saying that? It's because statistically and numerically, I wasn't supposed to be the type of speaker that should be here with you right now. If I was supposed to listen to the math, I shouldn't have ended up here. If you were supposed to listen to the math, you probably should have been somewhere else, but you're here with me right now. Mathematically speaking. To make your dreams come true and to make a difference, you got to be more than math. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. When I speak, I'm not going to blow your mind with new information. I'm just going to remind you of something that you already know. You are the most important person in your world, period. So let's get started. I'm already exhausted. What's up, Ruben? Ruben, I miss you, Papa. Ruben's dope, y'all. That man's a movement. Listen. This is extremely rude of me. Let me actually introduce myself. I just love to dive in because the moments I have to connect with you are some of the best moments of my life, and then they're gone, and then I miss them, and then I just post them on Throwback Thursdays, and like that's it. That's all we get to hold on to. That's all we get to hold on to. Y'all, my name is Matt Ransdell Jr. I live in New York City. I used to live in Texas, which is when I got associated with Say What. I worked with the Say What organizations for a few years now. I've keynoted their conference in person twice. Got to work with them last summer on Zoom, and now I'm here again today. I grew up all over the world, military child, born in California, Korea, Germany, Panama, Kentucky, Virginia, Texas, Florida, and now New York City. And what I do for a living is I tour the country as a motivational speaker. And actually I get to go a little bit more internationally, you know, travel permitting with COVID, as a motivational speaker. And I'm also a professional actor. In the last 3 years, I work in the entertainment industry as a producer and a writer and a director. And actually, since moving to New York, I've gotten to work with Netflix and NBC, and I got to work out in LA with a couple of movies out there. And I'm getting to start my next film August 3rd. So I'll get to do my own project then as an actor on a movie. So needless to say, this whole dream-driven concept isn't coming to you from a bag of BS. This is coming to you straight from the well of my experiences in my life. Everything we talk about is gonna be from me to you. Everything we talk about is gonna be something I'm hoping to offer and something I'm hoping helps. That's what I do for a living. That's my career. That's how I pay the bills. That's how I pay the rent. I'm a motivational speaker and an actor. My name is Matt and I live in New York, and that's that. That's that. But I hope what y'all realize is that you're so much more than titles and labels and accolades. You are so much more than the names you're chasing. You're so much more than the job titles and the promotions you're seeking. You're so much more than the college you go to. You're so much more than the diploma that you hang on your wall. You're so much more than that. Because none of my stories are gonna make sense with what if I just shouted out my resume to you, none of my stories are gonna match that. None of my life experiences match that. What's up? Vilma said, we love Matt. I love you too, Vilma. Vilma, woof. So I need you to think, again, more than Matt. If I'm applying titles to the things that you're a part of, I mean, what do you think? What do you think people see, quote unquote, young people as? Like what? Like hoodlums, annoying, lazy, entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can spin a perspective to be negative. You've got to be more than that. You got to be bigger than that. You got to be higher than that. I'm proud of the things I've accomplished. I genuinely and literally live my dream. But you know what I'm more proud of than that? I'm proud of who I was to get here. I'm proud of the man I was to get to this place. I'm proud of the things I've done to get to this place. Building a relationship with Say What? Some of y'all know, man, y'all TAs, I've loved y'all from the jump. Y'all have been impressively dominant. Y'all have been incredible leaders. Y'all have been incredible people since the minute I met y'all years and years and years and years and years ago. And some of y'all don't even remember that era. Some of y'all weren't even here yet. But I've been messing with Say What for a long time. Why? Because I stand with what Say What stands for. It's beyond the name. It's beyond the organization. It's beyond y'all's titles as TAs or whatever. I stand for what you stand for. That's why I stand with you. So what do you stand with? Look, I saw the other day, I follow Say What on Instagram, and I saw the other day they were promoting the conference, and one of the hashtags was, I think it said know the truth, right? It said know the truth, and I'm sure that's about tobacco consumption and everything like that, but let's just unpack that for 2 seconds, right? Know the truth, right? That's what I saw. What is the truth? Like what like statistics? Like what's the truth? Is it the same truth for everybody? Is it the same truth for every community? Is my truth your truth? Is your truth the truth of your neighbor? If you're sitting right there with your school and organization and there's 10 of y'all, 12 of y'all, 20 of y'all, I don't know, 5 of y'all, every single one of you has a different truth. So if the hashtag is know the truth, let me do us all for this keynote a favor. And there's nothing wrong with the hashtag. Trust me, that's fire. Know your truth is what I'm going to offer up. I'm going to challenge know the truth for a second. I'm going to say know your truth, because there's millions and millions of people on this planet that want to change that want to tell you it's cooler to do this, or it's more important to do that, or you'll make it further if you do this, or you'll go here if you do that. Like, what's your truth? What do you actually stand for? Why do you think I need the foundation of this to be selfish? It's because I'm going to ask you questions about yourself. It don't matter. Like what I've done doesn't matter. My life is dope. So is yours. That's not important. What do you stand for? Why do I need you to be selfish? Because this is about you. If you're listening, this is about you. If you're here, this is about you. Why did I call you the cream of the crop for being here? Because this is about you. Why did I call you survivors for making it this far? Because this is about you. What do you stand for? That's my question. When I first started speaking when I was young, I started speaking when I was 19 years old. And when I first started speaking, I had a little concept, a platform, a theory called Code Red, R-E-D, red. Not like the Red Phoenixes. Shout out to the Red Phoenixes, though. I had a thing called Code Red, R-E-D. And RED stands for Research, Educate, Decide. Research, educate, decide. And I encouraged everybody that when you're making a decision, follow these 3 steps. Research, educate, decide. Code Red. When you're making a decision, do some research. Learn. Hashtag know the truth, right? When you're learning anything, when you're doing anything, when you're choosing anything, first research, right? Hashtag know the truth, research. What does smoking do? How much trouble will I get in if I get busted? What college should I go to? How much will it cost? What happens if I do this in a relationship? What happens if I try this in school? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What happens if I eat this, drink this, smoke that, blah, blah, blah. Research. I used to encourage people to research. Then R-E-D, E, educate. Devour that. Nom, 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 nom. Devour that knowledge. Devour that research. Inherit it. You know what I'm saying? Learn it. Make it your own. Make it a tool. Make it a superpower. Make it something you know. Educate yourself and then make a decision. Make an actual decision for you. Make an actual decision for your life. Research, educate, decide. My theory was, when I'm speaking, especially to young people, especially to teenagers, especially to college kids, when I'm speaking, if y'all follow those 3 steps, then whatever decision you make is the decision you make. You feel me? Alejandro, I appreciate it, family. Thank you. Zane, what's up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I told you, I don't mind getting distracted. We're going to get back to it, but I don't mind taking a little detour, baby. You ever been on a road trip? Then you have to stop at the gas station to get a Slurpee. Sometimes the detours are the best part. I appreciate y'all, man. The chat makes me feel like we're actually there in person. Like the chat makes me feel like this isn't something I could have just recorded and sent in. So I appreciate y'all. Research, educate, decide. Why do I say that? Because there's only so much I can do. There's only so much I can share. There's only so much I can offer. Everything is going to come down to you. And like I said earlier, if you're not in your own driver's seat, then who's driving you? You've got to do the research. You've got to educate yourself and you've got to make the decision. Why? Because it's the decision for your life. If you're going to smoke, if you're going to do that, then do that. And if you get busted or in trouble, if it ruins your life or whatever, whose fault is that? It's not mine. Because you should have been in control. You could have been in control. If you want to influence your school or community and nobody's listening to you, whose fault is that? It's not yours. It's theirs. As long as you're putting forth the effort you want to put forth to make an impact, then it's not your fault, it's theirs. But I've got to encourage you to make the own decisions you're making in your life because they're your decisions. Therefore, you will either suffer the consequences or you're welcome in the successes that come from it. There's pros and cons to everything, right? Research, educate, decide. If you're making a decision, you've got to make it because it's for you and you can't blame anybody for the things that happen to you in your life. A lot of things are going to happen that are beyond your control, but you can't blame people for them. I used to have this concept about peer pressure. Everybody loves to use peer pressure as an excuse when something doesn't go wrong or when something doesn't go right. But then how come whenever something doesn't go wrong, nobody blames peer pressure? Like when you fail the test, you're like, yeah, but you know, my homie asked me to stay up early or late and I couldn't study and blah, blah, blah. But then when you pass the test, you're not like, yeah, man, my friend encouraged me to study and I gotta really thank the homies because they told me I should really dive in. No, you want to take all the credit for yourself when things go right. You want to blame everybody else when things go wrong. That's not how it works, y'all. That's not how it works. Hashtag know the truth. The truth is everybody's truth is absolutely different. The stats can be the same. But that's why I said you got to be more than math because everybody's truth can be completely different. The math that you know may as well be the math that everybody else knows, but then why are they making poorer decisions than you? And if the math is the same across the board, what's going to take it for you to make better decisions than them? It's about what you got in here. I can't talk to you about driving if I'm not talking about what fuels you to drive. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If I'm asking you to drive, let's talk about what fuels you to drive. If I'm asking you to make better decisions, let's talk about what fuels you to make those decisions. Kathleen said, don't forget the Takis. Yo, I had Takis again as an adult. Let's talk about this for 2 seconds. And this is an important service announcement. I had Takis again as an adult and they do not hit the same. Intestinally, they don't hit the same. Takis could be dangerous. Listen, you know what? This is my new keynote. This is my new keynote for y'all. Forget everything about dream driven. Here's my keynote. Enjoy Takis while they last. Because one day you're going to turn years old and Takis will not hit the same. Yeah. Oddly enough, you know what's wild? That's a perfect segue into where I'm going with this. Look. Did we just have a mini keynote about Takis? Yes, we did. Let's talk about life, baby. Let's talk about Takis. They are buzzing. Appreciate that, Alejandro. Did code red. And then I talked about what's fueling you on your drive, right? What's fueling you on your drive? If anybody's been in the chat, holler at me, throw me some love, whatever. If you've seen or done, Amanda said, I love Takis. If you've done my Where Your Why workshop, where W-E-A-R, your why, W-Y-W-H-Y. I almost forget how to spell why. Where Your Why. Did a Where Your Why workshop after Code Red. Where Your Why workshop was genuinely designed to discuss what motivates you to do what you want to do, right? If you're at the Say What conference, chances are you want to take some sort of stand against tobacco abuse, right? That's something you want to do. Why do you want to do that? You probably got somebody in your life telling you it's lame, so why do you want to do that? You probably got somebody in your life telling you it's a waste of time. So why do you want to do that? You probably see friends of yours vaping and smoking daily, completely being the contrarian to what you're trying to stand for. So why do you want to do that? Paula said, Takis are my fuel. That is the most toxic thing I've ever heard. That sounds so dangerous. Why do you want to do that? Where your why? Where your why? Let's talk about that, because for 2 seconds, here's what I need to discuss with you. People have asked you your whole life, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And you've probably, actually blow up the chat if you know the answer to that question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Blow up the chat. I want to see what y'all have to say. Blow up the chat. People have probably asked you since you were in elementary school or whatever. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Blah, 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 right? Kathleen said, I'm still wondering. Rachel said, happy. That's what's up, Rachel. Zane said, a race car driver, right? People have probably been asking you this your whole life. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, here's what I'm going to ask. I want to be Matt. Alejandro, you're going to be better than Matt. I promise. I'm going to go to your keynote and be like, can you sign my t-shirt? Look, man, people probably been a cosmetologist. Shout out to Jaden. What up, Jaden? Cosmetologist. That's fire. People have probably been asking you that your whole life. I want to, someone clip that for me. Clip it, chat. Hey, yo, clip it, chat. Let's get GGs in the chat for Alejandro. Let's see. A cardiothoracic surgeon, thoracic part. I want to be a professional golfer. What up, Levi? A professional golfer. Gang. That's what's up. Golf is cool. I'm terrible at it. People have probably been asking you that your whole life. What do you want to be when you grow up? But look, I need to ask you, in order to really get down to the nitty gritty of all of this, I need to ask you, AJ wants to be an artist. Shout out to AJ. I need to ask y'all to reevaluate how you hear that question. The reason I say that is because I feel like Rachel Hall heard it right. What do you want to be when you grow up? I need you to hear that question without a label. I need to hear that question without a title. I need you to hear that question without like a proper noun, right? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to make an impact? Do you want to help people? What up? William Rich said, a ballerina. Do you want to help people? Do you want to build things? Do you want to care for things? Do you want to save things? Do you want to share things? Do you want to be a storyteller? When I say, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't mean a job title. I mean an action. I mean a verb. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to make a difference. Ruben said, I want to be a legend. Ruben, you already are. When I say, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's not about the name on the plaque on the wall. That's not what it's about, because those things fade, those things crumble, those things break, those things will fade away into the past, and people may or may not remember. Blase. What is bigger than that? So when people ask you that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? I need you to think about it through that lens. I want to be happy. I want to help. I want to heal. I want to give. Why do I say that? Because there's a lot of different ways to do that. I'm going to ask you the next question. If the first one was what, the next one is how. Think about this to yourself for me. Think about this to yourself. Blow up the chat, blow up my Instagram, blow up whatever you got to blow up, put it on your stories. But how is then how you want to help, how you want to heal, how you want to build, how you want to give. Ruben wants to be a legend. How do you want to be a legend? Rachel wants to be happy. How do you want to be happy? Hell, AJ wants to be an artist. How do you want to be an artist? Maybe that's where we can get specific. Ruben wants to be a legend by what? Being a teacher, being an educator. You want to be happy by being a parent, raising a family. You want to be happy by creating art. You want to be happy by reading. You want to be happy by learning. You want to be happy by sharing. Like, how do you want to do the things you want to do? How isn't the most important part of that question. What is important? I want world peace. All right, Amanda, that's fire. How? How you gonna do it? I told you to be selfish. How you gonna do it? Amanda, if I put you in a room with 20 other people that also want world peace, you know, peace. I sound like Mike Tyson. Peace. You know what's special about that situation? All 20 of you might have a different way to how you're going to do it. If what you want is world peace, that's fire. How? If what you want to do is to heal or to help or to build or to give or to share or to care, how? And we started this whole diatribe with where your why to discuss the fuel that's going to get you from point A to point B. Because I'm encouraging you to be in the driver's seat of your own life. I'm encouraging you to make the decisions that are hashtag more than math, hashtag know your truth. I'm encouraging you to be selfish. Why? Why? Why do you want to be a legend? Why do you want world peace? And why is that how you want to do it? Now, here's why we're going to break it down to the why. The why is the most important part. because that's what's going to save you through all of the rainy days. That's what's going to get you from point A to point B. Your why is literally your fuel. Your why is literally the things that's going to get you from where you're at now to where you want to be. And it's going to get you past the haters. It's going to get you past the people judging. It's going to get you past the people telling you it's lame or corny or it doesn't matter or it's a fad or it'll change. Your why is the thing that's going to get you to where you're going. So if you want to be a legend, Ruben, why? You want world peace? I hope I'm still not obsessed with Harry Styles. I don't know how to get over it. Paola, I appreciate you for bringing the real important things to the forefront of this conversation because that's important. I didn't know Harry Styles was still somebody to obsess over personally. But I still obsess over Harry Potter, so I think I kind of feel you with the Harry train. But why? Why? And you know what's wild, Paola? You actually got, first the talkies, now this. You're a perfect segue. I'm going to ask you why, and I'm going to ask you why for a reason. Because everything we do, everything you do, everything you're a part of, everything in life has a lifespan. Everything is going to end eventually. You go to a nursing home right now. You go to an old folks home right now and talk to them about the heyday. Talk to them about the glory days. Talk to them about the golden days. You're going to hear stories about a time they wish they can get back to. But those times ended because everything ends. Y'all remember when you were in school? Y'all were in school and growing up, you had like a favorite something. Takis. For me, it was zebra cakes. Ooh, I was hashtag Team Husky because your boy had zebra cakes every day in the cafeteria. 25 cents, 2-pack of zebra cakes. No. That was my favorite snack. You remember your favorite snack? You remember your favorite snack as a kid? Is it still your favorite snack now? I mean, really, really. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some things that are going to never, ever leave our side. You feel me? Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'll still rock with Cinnamon Toast Crunch to the day I die. Again, just like the Takis, it does not hit the same. Like as you grow up, things change in your body. But there are snacks that I had when I was a kid, like a kid's cuisine. Little dino nuggets, some mac and cheese that's probably all fake mac and all fake cheese, and like a boiling hot brownie in the corner. But that was my ish. I thought kids' cuisine was like 5-star. I thought like kids' cuisine was like Chef Gordon Ramsay. Everything ends. Susan said, my boy loves them. Everything ends. My best friend when I lived in Fort Lee, Virginia, his name was Garrett. I haven't talked to Garrett since I was 9 years old. Everything ends. Some of my best friends in high school, I haven't talked to them since high school. Everything ends. My favorite teacher was Miss Garner. By 10th grade, I never got to be her student again. My favorite coach was Coach Jackson. When I graduated, I never got to get coached by him again. My first girlfriend ever, Elizabeth Vining. Shout out to Elizabeth. I want my hoodies back. I've never talked to her since then. Then again, there were some problems there. She got married. Her husband didn't like me. There was a lot of insecurities, la, 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 la. But still, everything ends. Paola said like One Direction. They ended. You feel me. You're picking up what I'm putting down, Paola. They ended. Zane said Fruit Loops are bussin'. Then he said fruit salad. What are you talking about? Fruit salad is like the adult version of a Fruit Loop. Everything ends. Everything ends. People are going to tell you that the things you care about are going to end. People are going to tell you that the things you care about are stupid. People are going to tell you that the things you stand for aren't worth standing for. How much enthusiasm and energy and input are you putting into what they have to say? How much are you actually listening to them? Because here's the thing. If you're letting yourself get influenced by the things they tell you are worth your time or worth your attention, the things they tell you are cool and not cool, and what, then like who's in the driver's seat? That why, that fuel, that's your purpose. You feel me? That's your purpose. When I ask you what is your why, that is your purpose. The definition of purpose is the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. Why do you exist? That's your purpose. Let me tell you this, you don't just exist to be somebody else's hype man. You don't just exist to make somebody else happy. You don't just exist to make sure other people's opinions of you are, yay, I'm cool. Yeah, they like me. Yeah, they thought. You don't exist to serve other people. You can have a servant's heart. You can want to be a giver. You want to be a lover. You want to be a servant. Yeah. But you don't exist to be used. You don't exist to be abused. You don't exist to be somebody else's number in somebody else's army. You exist to be yourself. You exist to wear your why, your purpose. If purpose is the reason for which something exists, why do you? And if you don't know how to answer that question, that's fine, because I don't even think I do. But I'm going to make it my life's mission to try to find an answer, because I'm going to try to make it my life's mission to live on purpose. That's the point of all of this. If I'm asking you to be selfish, and I'm asking you to stand tall, if I'm asking you to need more than math and statistics, if I'm asking you to go harder and further and farther than just being a survivor, if I'm asking you to dream, and if I'm asking you to strive, you can't get there if you're not living on purpose. You can't get there on accident. You want to talk about being dream driven? You've got to drive. You take a dream and put a date by it. Now that's a goal. I want to go to this college. By what date do you plan to get that acceptance letter? By what date do you plan to submit your registration? By what date do you plan to apply? That dream just turned into a goal. I want to make this much money by the time I'm 25. Well, what date are you 25? And that's the amount of time you have to start saving and earning however much you need to make that amount of money. I want to make this kind of difference in my community because of tobacco and smoking. By what date do you want to see those numbers decrease exponentially because of how hard you work? A date with a dream is a goal. I need you to be selfish. Your dream needs you to be selfish. Either way, Jen, it don't matter. It don't matter, because it's all the same thing. I need you to hear with your ears and to see with your eyes and to feel with your heart, not anybody else's. This is about you. And I know that sounds hypocritical and ironic because I'm talking to a lot of y'all, but I don't care. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. And yeah, I'm saying that to you and 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 you. I'm talking to you. If there is anything or anyone in your life right now that doesn't make you feel like you are the most important person in your world, you need to kick them out. If there is anybody in this world or this life that thinks it is your objective to make their lives better, but doesn't reciprocate that same intent, then you need to kick them out. If you have a boyfriend who doesn't love you the way you love him, kick him out. And I know there's things you can't kick out. But if you work at a job that doesn't treat you right and care for you, go find a better job. Today I posted on Instagram, and this wasn't even scripted, y'all. This wasn't even a part of my plan. Today I posted on Instagram on my story. I post coffee thoughts because I love to drink coffee and I love to think out loud. I posted this. I said, quit hesitating on your happiness. If you could be happier, go be happier. Go there and do that, whatever that thing is. Y'all, I don't know how to tell you what may or may not be worth it. I don't know how to tell you which school you should go to. I don't know how to tell you which program is better. I don't know how to tell you which relationship is better. I don't know how to tell you whether or not your family is healthy or toxic. I don't know what world you come from, and I don't even know what world you live in. Because as much as I want to think that this is all, you know what I'm saying? We're all in this together. You got to know your truth, because the truth is different for everybody. You got to know what's good for you. You got to know what's serving you. You got to know whether or not that situation you're in is toxic. You got to know whether or not that situation you're in is abusive. You want to be here for Say What and stand up against tobacco. Why are you here for Say What, standing against tobacco? Because you understand that tobacco is dangerous, toxic, abusive, hazardous. You understand that about tobacco. I need you to understand that about everything else. Amanda said, beautiful song. I need you to understand that about everything else in your life. The same way you're battling this, and this is huge. What else are you battling? What other things are you sunken into and ingrained for the wrong reasons? Thank you, William. I appreciate the love. That's what I got to ask you. That's why I need you to be selfish. Because if it's up to them, they'll keep using you. If it's up to them, they'll keep abusing you. Sean and I were talking the other day. Sean Derrick, you had him as a speaker the other day. He was talking to me about something about like catching what does he say? Something about catching a wave, riding a rave. Hold on, let me see what Sean said. Sean and I were talking. He was asking me about my keynote. He was telling me about his, and what he say. He said, mine is on making ripples that make waves. Making ripples that make waves. That's dope. That's fire. Sean's fire. Now I'm gonna ask you, how are you gonna ride the waves that you're making? You're making waves, dope. You're standing up for something dope. You're causing just chaos. Dope. How you gonna ride those waves? How you gonna drive that car? Why are you here? Why are you in that relationship? Why are you going to that school? Why do you care about that job? Why do you listen to that artist? Why do you do that thing? Why do you stand for what you stand for? All of these questions are about you, and you're the only one that can answer them. And if there's not an answer, if there's some place you might be happier, go there. Do that. Everything in life has a lifespan. And a lot of times you're in control of how long that lifespan lasts. If you're doing something or if you're a part of something right now that isn't right for you, you're in control of how long you stay in that thing, in that situation, in that relationship, in that environment, in that habit. You're in control. It's your car. It's your purpose. It's your why. It's your fuel. It's your heart. It's your life. That's what this is all about. You want that dream to be a goal? Put a date by it. Put a plan next to it. Write out the steps. You want to know what to do? Research, educate, decide. Your decision is going to be different than mine, and my decision is going to be different than the next person, but that's okay because it's your decision. You got to live on purpose. You got to dream on purpose. You got to strive on purpose. If you're going to challenge something, challenge it on purpose and go hard for it. If you love something, love it on purpose and go hard for it. If you want something, want it on purpose and go hard for it. It's up to you. Before we wrap up, man, sorry, I'm just like, God, I wish I was there in person. God, I wish we could be in the same room. And this is so dope that we can do it regardless. This is so dope that we can find a way to make it work, but I wish I was there because I want to look you in the eyes, and I hope you feel me looking you in the eyes because I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I want to do one thing before we leave, and I know I'm not going to be able to see y'all, but I need you to do it with me. You can blow up the chat. You can write it in your phone. You can write it on a piece of paper if you got a piece of paper. You can do whatever it is you need to do, but I need you to do an activity with me. It's called one word. One word. And here's what I need you to do. On a piece of paper or on your phone or in the chat, I want you to write one word of something that you want or you need right now in your life. What do you want? What do you need? Think about that word. I'm gonna give you mine. Mine's release. I wrote it down right before we started this keynote. Out of all the things I thought I wanted, whether it was success, whether it was acknowledgement, whether it was attention, whether it was love, my word was a release. That's what I want. I want to be able to let go. I want to be able to release the things that aren't right for me. I want to be able to release the things that I don't need. I want to be able to release the things that aren't helping me. I want to be able to release the things that aren't loving me, the habits, the people, the things. That's what I need. Paula said she needs Harry Styles. I appreciate you taking this seriously, Paula. William said growth. Carolina said peace. Freddie said peace. Rachel said compassion. Kathleen said quiet. Kathleen, I feel you. Susan said one love. Vicky said peace. Ms. B said Jesus. Amen. Vilma said calm. Paula said love from Harry Styles. We got patience from Alvin, Texas. Shout out to Alvin. I have an ex from Alvin. Andrea Littlefield said knowledge. Jaden said reassurance. Amanda said help. Come on, Amanda. Come on. Amanda said help. Zane said fairness. Come on, Zane. That's what you need. Everything else is noise. People are going to make you think you need money. People are going to make you think you need swag. People are going to make you think you need them. That's not what you need, y'all. As much as I thought I needed attention, as much as I thought I needed money, as much as I thought I needed job security, as much as I thought this is what I needed, I just need to let it all go. Because it's what's meant for me will be meant for me, and it'll come my way. Why? Because I'm working for it. I know what I'm fueling my car with. I know what I'm putting out into the universe. I know what I'm doing. I know that there's a million things out of my control, but I know that the things that are in my control, I'm controlling them. And that ain't easy, but I'm trying. I need you to know the same thing. You want fairness? You want equality, you want help, you want reassurance, live for that thing. That's what you want. Live for knowledge, find it, work for it, research, educate, decide. You want comfort, work hard for that comfort, find that peace. It might mean canceling some things. If everything else is noise, it might mean blocking out the noise. If it's patience, if it's love, Kathleen, if it's quiet, I know sometimes that is hard when you're running an entire conference. It is hard when you're living a real life. It is hard. But you're the only one that's going to be in charge and capable of finding the quiet you need. You're the one in charge of your schedule. I understand you got requirements. I understand you got a job. I understand y'all got a life. But you're the one that gets to carve out time for you. You're the one that gets to love you first and foremost. Because you are the most important person in your life. Period. And if anything or anyone makes you feel other than that, kick them out. Kick them all the way out. Y'all, my name is Matt Ransdell Jr., and I have got nothing to prove, only to share. And I hope we keep sharing. I hope we keep chatting. I hope I get to see the incredible things you do. The reason I shout out Jefferson and love them so much is because I remember Jefferson and I see all the incredible things they do. The reason I show Ruben so much love is because I remember Ruben and I see all the incredible things he does. Miss B, my legend, my queen. I love Miss B and I see everything she does. I hope we stay connected. I'm not a stranger. I don't do this so that I can log into Zoom and log off. I don't do this for me. I'm living my life. This is only a place where I can come and share with you. So I want you to live yours. And I think you need you to live yours. I appreciate y'all's time, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening. Now go be selfish. Go be selfish. Put a date next to that dream and absolutely do it. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Jefferson. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rachel. I don't know why I'm feeling emotional right now. I think it's because I can't believe we did this, man. I can't believe we're doing this, and I can't believe that nothing's going to stop us from being great. Look, I'm already about to start keynote number 2. Keynote number 2, nothing's going to stop you from being great. I'll see y'all next time. Matt is Superman on Instagram. Keep in touch. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.